Hey everyone, welcome to a special Wednesday edition of Walkabout Europe. It doesn't get much bigger than this. Our last regular season match in our third season of this Journeyman, we have a chance to win our first silverware. All we have to do is beat Deutschlandsbergers. Now we got a couple of other routes. If the second place team loses or draws, we will get our first place silverware as well. But we're hoping to control our own destiny. So we're going to hop on that bus, we're going to drive to their stadium, and hopefully we can stick it to them. Hope you'll stick around for the episode. It should be an interesting day. Hello everybody, welcome to Walkabout Europe, a special Wednesday edition where we play our final season match of the year with Sportunion Vöcklamarkt. This is our third season of our Journeyman, and if you're not familiar with it, we add a fitness condition where we can only move between clubs in the game when we've walked or exercised that equivalent distance in real life. So this is the last regular season match. And if you're familiar with the episode from yesterday, you'll know exactly what the situation is. There's not too much to say about it. Let's paint the picture and jump right in. It's pretty simple. We're in first place by 1 point. We play the fourth place team Deutschlandsbergers on the road at their stadium. If we can beat them, we're champions. If we lose or draw, and Allerhagen, the second place team, loses or draws, we would still be champions. So there's some other possibilities that we could back into some silverware here. We've yet to win silverware in this Journeyman, and I would love to get our hands on some today. So that's pretty much the picture. Now, Allerhagen plays the sixth place team, ASKO Donau-Linz, on the road. So they have a tough journey as well. Third place team isn't a threat. They would have to both tie us and close a 14-point goal differential in order to come out ahead of us. So that's probably not going to happen. But let's take the short route there. We're going to jump right in here and get started on the match. There's really not too much to be said, but there are some interesting stories, and I thought we could walk through them as we looked here at our lineup. So first up, we have two starters missing for today's match. Dieter Jensen, the Leo Demis experiment, which if you're not familiar with that, we try to take a player and completely transform them to a different position based on Leo Demis and his manipulations with his Stuttgart squad. So instead of Dieter Jensen, we're playing linebacker, Florian Linebacker. Should be an interesting story. To our advantage, linebacker relishes big matches, which is the kind of player we want on the pitch today. To our disadvantage is his stamina is only 6, and he hasn't played for a while. He is in match shape, however, but I don't know how that 6 stamina is going to hold up. Hopefully we can get 60 minutes out of him before we have to bring somebody else in. Likewise, our left back, Clemens Zirk, is out as well with an accumulated yellow card suspension, the same as Dieter Jensen. So we have to bring in our third left back, because Dieter Jensen is our backup left back, Daniel Enderle. He's played one match out at left back so far this season, garnering a 6.5 rating. Wasn't pretty, but he should be fairly capable out there. He is inconsistent, however. So it will be interesting to watch our performance at left back. We may have to move things around to take care of that. Also, something else to keep an eye on, our striker, Benjamin Tafner. Inconsistent, but he likes big matches. He scored 2 goals in yesterday's match to help us secure this potential winning game to get us the championship. We're hoping that this relishes and enjoys big matches overtakes his consistency mark, and we can get some more production out of Tafner up top. If that doesn't work, we might have to go to Bastian Bayer on the bench. So those are some interesting subplots to watch as we head into this game. I talked to the team yesterday. We held a team meeting, and I downplayed the expectations. Everybody seemed to be thrilled. We are over expectations. We're expected to finish top half. So the fact that we're competing for silverware here is a little bit beyond what we were supposed to get. So I downplayed it, and that seemed to relax everybody. I'm going to take the same approach in the locker room here, but I'm going to keep that just between the players and myself if you don't mind. We'll see you on the pitch in a second. Alrighty, we are underway. We're on extended highlights. Now we've got our third jersey here. We're in our black and yellows going from left to right. Deutschlandbergers are in their yellow and blues going from right to left to start out. I forgot to check how we did against them in the first match. Now, latest scores in the league table is on the right-hand side, so we will keep an eye on that to see how Allerhagen does against Donau-Linz, because that could make the results of this match relatively mute. We are going with the balanced formation today to try to kind of just settle to see how this match plays out, although depending on how things go, we may tilt positive here. So far, it's been a relatively quiet match. 15 minutes in, even on extended highlights. Let's encourage everybody. In the locker room, I did tell them that we could win this and get the title. That seemed to be what they were trying to encourage us to do. Tafner on a 6.6. 20 minutes in and we've just gotten our first shot. Okay, it's time. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's cancel that. It's time to go positive. We're going to take this one in hand a little bit here. I feel like we should try to play to win. The nice thing about this, however, is that a tie doesn't matter. So there's no difference between a tie and a loss for us. Wow, this is just chugging along 30 minutes and 2 shots, 3 shots. They've only got 1 shot here. But do we risk demand more? We do. We're going to risk demand more. Got everybody fired up except for Enderle. He's on a 6.5 at left back. Could be something to keep an eye on. 35 minutes in. Have we had a highlight? Nothing. Come on, boys. Let's get one. Tafner on a 6.5. Elsnig is out of gas. He must have gotten hurt. 6.9. He relishes big matches. Gosh, 43 minutes. Highlight for them. What's going on? Sends it back to the keeper. Love to grab a 1-0 goal. Grab a goal here right before halftime. That would be huge. Back to the keeper again. Doesn't seem to be much of a headed wide. Chipped again. Bruckner back to their midfielder. Oh, almost stolen by Aral. Chipped over the top to Adin. Enderle plays it to Killick. Killick to Enderle on a 6.5. Up to Elsnig. Over the top. Result to Tafner, who hits it in right before halftime, and we're up. Nice. Out of nowhere. Such a drab match. Boy, was that Aral again? No, that was Elsnig, right? Elsnig to Aral, who heads it forward to Tafner. One-timer off the right post and in. Aral-Tafner, a combination that's really starting to gel. 2 minutes of extra time. Another highlight. Could we get a second one here? Low is another story to watch. Aral in front. Can't score. I got to take him, tell him to not shoot so much. Still, another story out there really is Lowe, who has not scored a goal. And if you recall, earlier in the season, he had 6 goals in 7 matches. He was the son of the plastic surgeon. He was abused as a child, and we think that the injuries have caused flashbacks to him. So we're kind of having to see a psychiatrist because I think it's triggered something. He's just really struggled out there. But anyway, that's way off in the weeds. Let's go to the locker room. I'll be right back as we get out in the second half. All right, we're going to start the second half here, keeping it on positive. Love to see us get a second goal here and put this away. Lowe charges down the right-hand side. Back to Kersnar. Into Lowe. Lowe back to Kersnar. Gives the ball away. It's drilled into the stands and spitted back out. Linebacker at a 6.5. He's up to 6.6 now. Now, how is Allerhagen is losing to now Lintz in the bottom right-hand corner, 1-0. So that's working to our advantage now. That's a good result so far. Aral fires in. Low scores and he's onside. It's 2-0. Oh boy, this would be a fun one. Oh, that would put Psychosis complaining. If you saw that news broadcast, that might keep him quiet for a little while. Low with a beautiful one-footed left-footed goal. His 7th of the year. He was onside. We don't need to see it 3 times here. 2-0 up. Golab Kilic has a yellow card. We will tell him to hold off, ease off on tackles. I'm tempted to go for Elsnig. Elsnig may have suffered a bruised ankle. We're going to ignore that. Play through it, dude. Keep going. Oh, another highlight. I didn't realize we were moving. Linebacker to Killick. Killick to Tafner. Low takes a long shot. Scrapes the side netting. 60 minutes in. We're going to stay positive. We're going to keep this going here. 67, 68. Donau Linz is still beating Allerhagen 1-0. 70 minutes in, we've got a highlight. Tannert fires it wide. It's chipped forward to Kersnar. Kersnar up to Lowe. Lowe across to Aral with a risky lateral pass. Leitinger back to Kersnar. To Leitinger, chops it over the top. Tafner to Lowe, who cuts around, fires in. It's a dangerous ball. 71 minutes. 72. Now they have had nothing. Oh, wait. Aral has got a yellow card here. Player instructions. Let's have ease off tackles here. Okay. And I'm going to take a moment here because I feel like we should make some kind of a sub now. So I'm going to think about this, look at things, and then I'll be right back. All right, we're making one sub here. Grabner, who's a much more defensive midfielder, is coming in for Kolek. He's on a yellow card and a 6.5, so we're going to hope that will shore up our defense a little bit here. 80 minutes, moving right along. Let's keep it up, boys. Still 1-0 for Danao Linz. Both things working to our favor so far. This has gone quiet. I want to make one more sub. We're going to jump right back in, then we'll jump right back out. We're going to keep it the same. The only thing I've done is Enderle's on a 6-2 at left back, and I've just turned him down to play defense only. But this is working, and I don't want to change it. 64 minutes to go. This is running well. Danao Linz is still winning. We're on the cusp of it here. Can we hold on? Let us go complete time wasting here. That sounds good. Let's make one more sub here now. I'm going to make a sub, then I'll be right back. Okay, we're going to make one sub right there. We've just switched out our left winger, and he's on. Now I'm going to make one more just to burn up more time. I want to get rid of our left back, Enderle here. I'm going to make that sub, then I'll be right back. Okay, we just made a defensive substitution. Let's kill this one off. Get the last second here. I think we've got it. Ball's tipped forward. Gahal, blow the whistle, ref. Time's up. It's way up. Blocked by linebacker. Low to linebacker. He drills it wide. Uh-oh, Bruckler's got it. Fires way wide. That should do it. Yeah, the goalkeeper signaling to the ref. There it is. We've got silverware. Do we get a trophy? Yes, look at this. Ha ha. This is awesome. Wow, that's pretty cool. Our first silverware of the Journeyman with a convincing 2-0 win at the end of the season. Winning our last 2 games to get this. Here we go. Raise your hands with me. Hey, we get the fireworks and everything. This is so cool. Best day ever. Wow, that was fun. And the confetti's very nicely falling on one quarter of the field here. Very tidy Austrian celebration. We can do cartwheels and walking around the pitch here. They must going to see that, well, and then it's all over. So we're going to take the bus ride back. But a 2-0 win gets us the trophy. That's fantastic. Boy, let's see what happens now. What do we do when we go to the dressing room? So I haven't had silverware like this or won a title with FM21, so this is pretty cool. Let's do outstretched arms. Well done, lads. You have sealed the title with your performance today. For sure. Yeah. Let's do that. Seemed motivated. That just seemed motivated. Alrighty. What happens now? Well, I do know what happens now, actually. And I don't quite know how this plays out, but there's playoffs. Playoffs for promotion. So first place does not guarantee promotion, as far as I understand it. There it is. Top of the table. So Allerheiligen, interesting enough, Allerheiligen lost, so Vorwärtssteier won, leapfrogged them into second place, knocking Allerheiligen out of the playoff spot. So they went from first place to third place, went from playoffs and the title to out of the playoffs altogether by losing their last 2 matches. Oof, that's got to hurt. But we'll take that title for sure. Now, okay, so wait a second. Let's take a second here. I'm just going to stop, and then I'll just go through this, and then I'll talk a little bit about what the playoffs are, because I know there's playoffs coming up. I just don't know how it's going to work. Alrighty, so let's come back and figure out what's next here. Let's talk through this just a little bit. First of all, everybody's really happy. That's what the email said. So we Vöcklamarkt win Regional Liga Mitte, which is the middle regional league in Austria. Certainly look back at some great wins along the way, blah, blah, blah. So everybody's happy there. And then the fans are happy. A fan spokesperson announced that Blitz was undoubtedly one of the best managers around. Take that, psychosis. Yeah. And then Union Vöcklamarkt board is delighted. So it's just happy. It's a big happy fest. And here is our draw. We are to play the Young Violets Austria. Austria has such creative names for their football clubs. I mean, the All Saints Day was Allerheiligen. That's pretty cool. And now we're going to play the Young Violets. And so if we look at the schedule here, it is a semifinal match. So in order to get promoted, we have to win 2 home and away leg draw matches, 2 home and away ties. So the first one of those 2 is against Young Violets Austria. We'll play them away on the 19th and then home on the 23rd. So Thursday's episode will be a doubleheader, those 2 matches, to see if we go on to play in the final to win that and hopefully potentially get promoted. Thanks so much for stopping in today. If you've enjoyed the match, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are new and want to consider subscribing, those are always appreciated as well. And we'll see you all again tomorrow for the playoffs. The season does not end yet. A chance to go on, a chance to move up. This would be cool. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.